FM. And she's Lisa Spencer from the Indiana County Department of Human Services. Good morning.
Good morning, Todd.
Good to have you with us here today.
It's great to be here.
So the big event over the weekend at the Indiana Mall.
It was so much fun. Yeah, we had our 16th annual Family Fun Fest. And this year we actually tried a little bit more diligently to capture how many people were coming in and out. So we put tables at each entrance.
Okay.
So we got a pretty good idea, even though some snuck by us. But we had about 1,345 people come through.
Wow.
Yes, those are the ones on our sheets that we know. We had about 600 and some adults and 714 kids, so it was pretty split, down the middle there. It was really, really a fun day. What was really interesting is we had people as far away we had people from Potter County come in. We had some people from Ohio.
Really?
I mean, because they're just visiting, and it's a great thing. But it's so well known that people know when this is happening. They know to come up there, and it was a great theme. The STEAM theme was amazing. There were some really good displays there. I was having a blast.
Tell me about the Carnegie Science Center, because they always do special things.
It was so good. I didn't get to see the whole thing, but I heard, from just when I was walking around and I talked to people in between my stations where I have to be, they loved it. And what she was trying to do when I was up there, she had a blowtorch with the balloons, and she was getting close to the balloons to see and to detect what kind of gas in the balloons, and that if it didn't make a big pop, then you knew it was helium. And I mean, it was just really interesting. So that was a really big hit. I think the Punxsutawney weather station was pretty cool. I think people liked that demonstration. Then we had the Sue Hewitt dancers and the martial arts from the mall. We had those four on the center stage. There were some really neat things at tables. There were those virtual reality glasses, and so you can kind of act like you're on a roller coaster. That was pretty neat.
It sounds to me like you did all of these things yourself.
Well, somebody has to make sure it works. So, no, I can't do the 3D stuff. I could when I was younger, but I can't do that. I don't know. Maybe because I'm old. I don't know. My equilibrium with the roller coaster. Can't do that anymore, so I had to pass on that. But it's fun to walk around and see. But what's the most fun is just watching families have fun.
Yeah.
And the kids really enjoyed it. And obviously, I like to talk. So I'm always at the greeter stations, a lot of those. And at the photo op, I was doing a lot of that. Because it's really important to get the kids excited when they come in. And, and that we kept asking, where did you hear about this? Where did you hear about this? And so many people just said, I come every year. I just knew.
Oh, yeah.
I just knew to come because this is such a great event. We actually had several people tell us, you have to do this every weekend or a couple times a month. And they said they've never seen the mall parking lot so full, but it's a lot of work. It's an awful lot of work for Kathy Abby Baker and our team over at Human Services and the Children's Advisory Commission. I have to give a good shout out to Sheriff Vernosky. Always does a great job. Her staff is very, very good to us when they're there. The maintenance people, that's a lot of tables and chairs to get up and down and moved around, and very appreciative of them. Very appreciative of all the volunteers. IUP sent us many volunteers this year, and we also had ICTC sending us from the nursing program. And so that's the part I think I truly enjoy, is having the younger students come out and interact with families, because a couple times we had to tell them, okay, you have to get off your phone because you have to interact here, because that's what it's all about. And
it's a learning experience.
It's that lost art, interacting with people. And once they do it, they have a blast.
Sure.
So it was good. It was
That's
really
good.
Fun.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And next up is the bubble soccer thing, right?
Yeah, this is going to be so interesting, and I'm pretty excited about this because this is our first attempt at trying to do something specifically for the teenagers. We're kind of looking for that 14 to 19-year-old group, or 14 to 20. We're trying to get, we're going to be out at Homer City High School, and Jody Rainey has been fabulous to work with. He's allowing us, if it's nice weather, we'll be outside on the grass. If it's if the weather's not so favorable, we'll be inside in the gym, but we'll make it work. We're looking for 8 teams. Well, actually, we have 3 teams, I believe. So we're looking for 5 more teams. Of up to 5 to 10 people, and we sent it out to the different school districts because we're trying to get a good cross section of Indiana. Sure. So if each school district would send 1 team, that would be great. And but we have to have those pretty quickly here because I think the deadline to register is somewhere around March 20th. So we have to if you want to do this, it's a free event. Yeah. You don't have to pay. You just have to get a team together and then get onto the Children's Advisory website. And there's the registration right there, or you can call our office. So that one should be fun. 724-463-8200. And I believe Kathy Abby Baker's extension 8. Okay. But if you get anybody else, then we'll be happy to transfer you.
Just ask for Kathy. And
we'll get you to Kathy. But she's extension 8. And so that should be a really fun event, and we need people to come out and watch too. Oh yeah. There's we just want to make it a fun event. It's tricky because there's not a good time of the year to do this because you're in track season or baseball season or football season or prom season or something's going on. So there's really never a perfect time. So we're just going to do it. And so this is our in-between event before we hit Family Nature Palooza in June. So there's a lot going on.
Sure. But, all right, so folks can get online with that and literally get online.
Yes.
At your website to find the Children's Advisory Commission website.
Yes.
You got a link to it right there.
Okay. Yes. And then, just register, or you can call Kathy and ask if you have any questions. So, because we do have to have waivers signed too by parents. So that's why there's a little coordination here that needs to be done. But anywhere from 5 to 10 players.
Ages?
14 to 19 is really the age group we're looking for. Trying to make sure we don't get, too many young kids. We're kind of looking for that 9 through 12 grade. So most of the high schools now, I think, have moved into that 9 through 12 transition. So we're trying to go for that. Should be a lot of fun. Trying to work on concessions that'll be available and trying to round up some giveaways, random giveaways to give away through the day too. So.
When we think about the Indiana County Department of Human Services, obviously you deal a lot with children's issues because children are a big part of what you do and the services that are offered through your department. But you really run up and down the gamut, don't you? Not just children, but adults as well.
No, we go from birth until pretty much as old as you can get, and that's great, because we work well with every agency, but through the Children's Advisory Commission, we're really honing in on those families. We really want people to have good dynamics within their families and be able to interact and, just have healthy living styles and healthy parenting too. So, unfortunately, the trends for the child abuse that report just had come out, and that's not very good. It's increasing, so it's a little alarming in Pennsylvania. So we have to be pretty diligent about how we're going to keep
Speaking of which,
intervening in that.
The Care Center has their event coming up at the end of this month.
This is a really important event, and I'm happy to put this out for the Care Center. Jessica Clark is the executive director over there. On March 29th, over in front on the courthouse steps, they'll be doing their annual pinwheel ceremony fundraiser. And so what they ask, there'll be a short little ceremony, but they ask people to come and you can donate and then for whatever size pinwheel, and you can come and plant your pinwheel on that day, and they'll stay up for the month of April, Child Abuse Prevention Month. So it's just a really important cause, but it gives you a visual when you see the pinwheels. And what it does for me, it makes me go back to when you were a kid and you kind of think about how simple life used to be. And how simplistic and just fun. Like, kids should be able to be in that environment. Every child should be able to experience the joy of just being a child and not having to be, kind of inundated with all of these, things that they have to deal with today. It's just, it's really an important mission, and I fully support the Care Center and all the jobs they do.
Absolutely.
It's incredible.
Jessica and Jane Locke are going to be with us tomorrow.
Oh, perfect.
We're going
perfect.
to talk more about that event, but that is very, very important as... you get to these month designations. This month is designated for this, or this month is designated for that. Some of them are much more important than others. Like today's National Oreo Cookie Day. Big deal.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I might think that it is kind of a cool deal, but but I do understand. And I think one thing that really speaks well to Indiana County is how well all of us work together as agencies. I can't say it enough. The collaboration is incredible. If you want to get something done and you call people to a table, you can have 10 to 20 to 25 people at a table in a heartbeat. And that's because people in their positions, they just care. They just want to see Indiana, progress forward and just improve across all of our lines, especially where our families come into play. We want the kids to be taken care of well.
Absolutely.
So.
She is Lisa Spencer, Indiana County's Department of Human Services. Thanks for coming in to visit with us.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
We appreciate
Have
that.
a great day.
You too. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160 and 101.1 FM.